Hey guys, it's Brian. Welcome to the awards contender. It is time for me to choose today. If I was an Academy member, what would I pick to win in these categories at the 98th Academy Awards? I've seen pretty much everything now. There's a couple I haven't seen yet. The only three categories I won't talk about here are the shorts categories. I have not seen any of those. But I will start with the below the line categories in alphabetical order, and then I will make my way to the top 8 categories. Let's begin with Best Animated Feature. So to be honest, this wasn't the greatest year for animation. It's not like we have 5 masterpieces here. I'm going to be very basic at the beginning. I am going with K-pop Demon Hunters. I liked aspects about all of these other films. I haven't seen Little Amelie yet. I still haven't had access to it. I mean, hopefully soon I can watch it. I've heard some really great things. The other ones are solid. Arco was fine. Elio, I liked elements of. Zootopia was pretty good for a Disney animated sequel. The one I like the best is K-pop Demon Hunters. I gave that an 8 out of 10. It was such a lovely surprise last August. I had been hearing about it for many months, and I was like, let's take a look at this. It's on Netflix, and it really blew me away. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's probably going to win the Oscar, and it would get my votes. Best Casting. Okay, this is a really cool category. If you didn't know, I worked in casting for 2 years when I lived in LA, from 2008 to 2010. It is an exhausting job, man. It's not just somebody sitting with a director for an hour talking about who should play the main roles. I mean, casting is everybody. If somebody has one line in a film, you have to hold auditions, you have to look for that person. It takes many, many months to cast a film. So I really appreciate what these people do. I'm so happy casting is now an Oscars category. What would get my choice here? I mean, there's not a bad one in the bunch. Any one of these 5 films, 5 casting directors are named, I will be thrilled. But I have to go with Marty Supreme. I think the casting in Marty Supreme was very creative. I mean, watching that film, every 20 to 30 minutes, I'd be like, oh, look, it's Fran Drescher. Oh, look, it's Penn from Penn and Teller. There were so many interesting casting choices. They didn't just go with the obvious people, like getting Gwyneth Paltrow back after many years, Odessa A. Zion. I mean, what a discovery she is. The casting in Marty Supreme is so brilliant, even though I love the casting of Secret Agent and One Battle and Hamnet and Sinners. I have to go with Marty Supreme here. Jennifer Venditti, what an amazing job you did on Marty Supreme. Best Cinematography, another amazing category. So many wonderful nominees here. Train Dreams for me would be up there. I thought about choosing that. I mean, it is so luscious and gorgeous to watch, Train Dreams. But I wouldn't choose it as my winner. Sinners is also up there. The nighttime photography in Sinners, that long shot in the barn. I mean, there's so much cool cinematography in that movie too. Marty Supreme, Frankenstein, I would rank Frankenstein at the bottom. I don't think that needed to get into cinematography. My choice would be One Battle After Another, my favorite film of the year. I mean, I'm going to choose that movie for a few categories here. I'm not just going to leave One Battle After Another in second, third place all the way throughout this video. Yeah, I adore Michael Bauman's cinematography in that film. I mean, just the third act. Just the car chase at the end, it gets my vote. Just that part. I mean, I still think about watching that in IMAX last September. That scene where the rolling hills, I mean, I was vibrating in my seats. I was like, whoa, I had never seen a car chase like that before. But the variety of cinematography all throughout that movie, intimate scenes, exterior scenes, it's so brilliantly done. There's such great work in this category. Best cinematography is one of my favorite Oscar categories. I always look forward to who is going to win that. Which film that I adored this last year is going to win in cinematography. We typically get great winners year to year. Only occasionally will I be like, what? That film? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think One Battle After Another might miss this at the Oscars for Sinners. Sinners might win in cinematography, but if I was an Academy member, my vote in cinematography would go to Michael Bauman for One Battle After Another. Best costume design. This is an interesting category. I had to think on this one for a minute. It wasn't obvious to me at first. Sinners, in a way, makes the most sense. That's probably winning in costume design. Avatar Fire and Ash, I think, is just happy to be here. That's such an interesting nomination. I don't think anyone predicted that because of the way those movies are filmed. Like costume design, I understand like what those characters wear in the finished film. Like they have to be designed, the costumes. But because the actual actors are not wearing those costumes, it is a very unique nomination. I was kind of dumbfounded about it Oscar nominations morning. As the weeks have gone on, I've come to appreciate that nomination. It's kind of cool, actually. But I wouldn't give it my vote. Hamnet, Marty Supreme, not so much. I think with costume design, guys, I would go with Frankenstein here. Of these 5 nominees, I mean, it's not a film I love, but like technically Frankenstein is pretty rock solid. And the costumes in that movie, I mean, just what Mia Goth wears throughout that film. It's really superb stuff. There's a variety of costumes in Frankenstein. I think that's why it gets my vote here. It stands out a little more. I mean, not just Mia Goth. You have Oscar Isaac, everything he wears, what Jacob Elordi wears in that film. Sometimes it's not very much. Like the makeup kind of takes over his body. But all of the outfits he has on, like later in the film, I mean, when it comes to costume design, I think more about Frankenstein than I do these other 4. So, I mean, I'm not overly thrilled with my choice here. I'm not like, yes, like give it to Frankenstein. If the Academy snubs Frankenstein in costume design, I am going to riot. No. But like of these 5 nominees, if I had to choose myself in costume design, I would go with Kate Hawley, Frankenstein. Best documentary feature film, I have seen 3 of these. I still have to get to Cutting Through Rocks and Mr. Nobody Against Putin. But I have seen those other 3. The Alabama Solution I watched very recently. That's a very powerful documentary. The Perfect Neighbor is probably going to win. I saw that at Sundance like more than a year ago. And I mean, wow. I mean, it's really great work. I mean, I thought about choosing that. But I have to go with my heart on this one. I would choose Come See Me in the Good Light, which is an emotional roller coaster. An LGBTQ documentary, a female couple, one of them gets sick. It's about their journey through illness and cancer, and I was in tears by the end. It is so moving, so beautiful. I was thrilled to see it get into the Oscars and Best Documentary Feature. I mean, I saw a couple prediction videos that had it in like number 8 or 9 or 10. So I was really happy to see it get in, and it would absolutely 100% here actually get my vote in Best Documentary Feature. Come See Me in the Good Light. Film editing, another really terrific category here. I mean, I guess F1 would be my least favorite nomination. I didn't think much of that movie, but like the editing of F1 is pretty outstanding. Now, what's interesting about the sentimental value nomination here is that like my one big criticism of that movie was the editing. I didn't like the cuts to black, and then we would move to another segment with a different character. I found it like just too obvious, too on the nose, and then it gets into editing. So like sometimes when the editing in a film is very noticeable, it gets in at the Oscars. Like you're not supposed to notice the editing. It's an invisible art form. You should not be thinking as you're watching a movie, oh, that was an interesting cut, an interesting transition there. Oh, the cut to black. Fascinating. Like you're supposed to just get swept up in the narrative and not think about the editing. So I don't think the sentimental value nomination needed to happen, even though I love that film. It's on my top 10 list of the year. I would not vote for that. I mean, I need to give Sinners something. I haven't given Sinners anything yet. But yes, my vote would go for One Battle After Another. I think the editing in that film is extraordinary. The way it bounces around to different storylines, different narratives, characters and stuff. And you always keep track of what's happening, how much time has passed, like how much time we've spent with this character and that character. And I feel like we never stay with one person for too long. There's always a variety going on in that film, bouncing around. The editing is spectacular. I'm not sure if it wins. I think if One Battle After Another can win in one technical category at the Oscars, film editing makes the most sense to me. I mean, I'm not ready to fully predict it yet. I mean, we still have another month or so, right? But I think it can win here. I think that will do wonders for it taking like Best Director and Best Picture. Usually film editing goes along with like screenplay, director, and picture. I think it might beat out Sinners. We will talk about it more in the weeks to come. But if I was an Academy voter, I would absolutely vote in film editing for One Battle After Another, Andy Jurgensen. International feature film is next. I would vote for No Other Choice. Why is it No Other Choice here? It could have gotten one Oscar nomination in this category. It still pisses me off. I'm still mad about that. I'm like, that film is so freaking bonkers brilliant. It's so great. Like, how does it not get in here? Man, I do not understand what they did not see in that movie. I think it's so great. So that would get my vote, but it's not nominated here. So I will go with the other film in this category that made my top 10 list, Sentimental Value. Such a wonderful film. I also love The Secret Agent. It was just an accident. Surratt, I was kind of disappointed by. It was okay. I liked it technically, but as a narrative, it never really drew me in. As of this recording, I still haven't seen The Voice of Hin Rajab, but I just got a screener for it, so I will watch it soon. I might have watched it by the time this drops. But I am going to get to it very shortly. It's only about 90 minutes, and I've heard some great things. But yeah, I mean, The Secret Agent would be my number 2. It is up there, but an international feature film, I have to go with the one I love the most brilliantly written, directed, and acted film. That for me was Sentimental Value. All right, makeup and hairstyling is next. This is an obvious choice for me. I don't have to think about it too hard. Now, there's still 2 films I haven't seen, Kokuho and The Ugly Stepsister, which I'm also going to watch very shortly, The Ugly Stepsister. It's rare for a horror film to get in at the Oscars, and this year we had a few, which is fantastic. I've heard it's like body horror, The Substance, but it's like fairy tale. So I'm intrigued to watch that one. Maybe that would get my choice there if I had seen it in time. But yeah, it's Frankenstein, guys. The makeup on Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein was an all-timer. I had my issues with that film once we got to Jacob Elordi, his segment in that film. The way the makeup really brought that character to life, along with his acting, of course. I was really taken. I think it's monumental work. I really do. I think it's worthy of an Oscar for sure. Yeah, my vote here is absolutely Frankenstein in makeup and hairstyling. Best Original Score is next, and there is not a bad one in the bunch. I mean, Frankenstein I would put at the bottom. I don't think that needs to win, but the other 4 are spectacular scores of the year. Really great stuff. Johnny Greenwood, I would love to see win an Oscar. He's so talented. But would he get my vote here for One Battle in Score? Not necessarily. The Sinners score is probably winning. That still doesn't quite get my vote. My number 2 choice is Hamnet. I mean, what a rich, emotional score in Hamnet that brought me to tears at the end. That final scene. I mean, I would almost give it my vote. I just think there is such like a boldness, a creativity to the score of Bugonia. It is fantastic. I mean, there's one other score I might have chosen here, and that's Marty Supreme. How did Marty Supreme not get into this category? Like Frankenstein over Marty Supreme, Academy members? Come on. That's pretty dumb. I want to give Bugonia something because I love that film. It's not in a ton of categories. I can't give it my vote in picture or actress or screenplay. So yeah, I think this is the category I give Bugonia something. I'm close on this. Hamnet is right there. I thought about picking that one, but in Best Original Score, my vote would go to Jerskin Fendrick's Bugonia. Original Song. Okay, I am finally going to give Sinners something. This is the category. You might be surprised. You might be like, oh, he's not going with Golden. That's a great song. It was stuck in my head for days. But I don't know, like to win an Oscar for that, it's a very fun, poppy song. I feel like I Lied to You is tied more into the narrative of Sinners. the way it's performed in the movie. I think that's the song we give an Oscar to. You know, Diane Warren, sorry, it's not your year. The Viva Verdi nomination. I mean, it's just so random, right? Train Dreams is a lovely song. I mean, I wouldn't get my vote there. And Golden makes sense. It's a fun tune. But would I give it my vote to win, like the Oscar for song? I think I Lied to You is a better choice. I like how it plays a deeper role in that movie. So yeah, in original song, my vote would go to I Lied to You from Sinners. Next is production design, and we are going back to the Frankenstein well. You know, it's funny, I only gave that film a 7 out of 10, and I am voting for it in 3 categories here. Makeup and production design and costume design. I'm giving my vote to Frankenstein. I just think, like, technically, for the most part, I'm not a big fan of some of the visual effects in it. But in terms of its costume design and the makeup and the production design, it is outstanding work from everyone involved. And so when I'm looking at this category, production design, Hamnet at the end, I mean some wonderful production design there. Marty Supreme, yeah, One Battle After Another is kind of inspired here. You don't often see production design with like a contemporary film, right? So that's cool. It wouldn't get my vote. And Sinners obviously makes sense. I think when it comes to the production design, Frankenstein is the most like, wow. That's the one that really wows the viewer. I think it's going to win in this category at the 98th Academy Awards, and it would get my vote here. In Best Production Design, my choice is Frankenstein. All right, Best Sound is next. I could go with F1. I mean, the sound design of F1 is spectacular. That would be up there for me. Frankenstein, no. Seurat is very creative. If I had liked that movie more, maybe I would give it my votes. But I was kind of underwhelmed by Seurat, so I wouldn't vote for it, even though the sound design is outstanding. One Battle After Another makes sense. I am giving my vote to Sinners again. I think the way like the sound design works in that film, the blending of music, like with like the vampire scenes, the moments of action and terror, all throughout that film, I think the sound design work in Sinners is pretty phenomenal. So I don't know if that's going to win in this category. F1 might take sound. That would make sense to me. Yeah, I'm not like overly excited about any of these nominees in sound this year, but my vote would go to Sinners. And Best Visual Effects, the final below the line category to talk about in this video. I mean, it has to be Avatar Fire and Ash. I was kind of underwhelmed by that movie. It was fine. I know most people loved it more than I did. From a visual effects standpoint, however, it is astonishing. I mean, it's like, what, every single shot for 3 hours has like major visual effects work, and it all looks really seamless. It looks beautiful in that film. So that's obviously winning here at the Oscars. It would get my vote. I mean, nothing comes close. Sinners, they love Sinners so much they put it in this category. I mean, it's like, wow. Yeah, it has some VFX in it, but that would not get my votes. I like the VFX in The Lost Bus, actually. Like when I saw that at the Toronto Film Festival, I was pretty wowed by its visual effects. Jurassic World Rebirth doesn't need to be here. F1, fine, I guess. I wouldn't vote for it in this category. Sound makes more sense for F1. Yeah, Avatar Fire and Ash, it's probably going to get, what, like 97, 98% of the votes, like with Academy members. Like, nothing else has a chance. It would get my vote too. Best Visual Effects, Avatar Fire and Ash. All right, now we move on to the top 8 categories, starting with the screenplay categories. So you might have seen my top 10 of the year list, and that might be a spoiler for certain things I'm going to pick here. Obviously, One Battle After Another is my favorite film of 2025, so I'm going to pick it for a few things moving forward in this video. And that's the case in Best Adapted Screenplay. You have some wonderful films here. Hamnet is my second favorite film of the year, so it's my number 2 in this category, Adapted Screenplay. Frankenstein does not need to be here. That should be no other choice. No Other Choice should have at least gotten one Oscar nomination, if not an international feature. Why not adapted screenplay? I'm just like, Train Dreams, a very nice nomination. I wouldn't vote for it here. Bugonia, that would be my number 3 probably. It's such a creative screenplay. Takes a lot of chances. But yeah, my favorite film of the year is One Battle After Another. And I need to see Paul Thomas Anderson win some prizes on March 15th. I did not spend 10 days and more than 30 hours on that elusive Oscar video about him to see him lose again. Like, that's not happening. He needs to win here. He would get my vote. Best Adapted Screenplay, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. Best Original Screenplay, I am not going with Sinners. I'm not. I give that film a 9 out of 10. I watched the film again a few weeks ago, and I stand by 9. I can't quite give it a 10. It's got some slow parts in the middle of it. I'm just like, I really love this film. It's not a masterpiece to me. It's not perfect. One film I do consider to be a masterpiece is Marty Supreme, which came out on Christmas Day. That was the last movie of the year I saw in a theater, and just frickin' wow. I love everything about Marty Supreme. And yeah, of these 5 nominees, even with Sinners here, guys, I would give it my votes. It's not going to win. Ryan Coogler has this in the bag, so don't panic, right? Like, Ryan Coogler is going to win. He would be my number 2 choice, and that's going to be a moment. I can't wait for his speech. But in terms of my vote, like, what would I vote for in original screenplay? The movie I love the best here is Marty Supreme. So yeah, even though I adore all 5 of these films, I gave them all a very positive review. My choice in original screenplay would be Marty Supreme, Ronald Bronstein, and Josh Safdie. Best Supporting Actor is next. Okay, so, I mean, maybe this will surprise you. I don't know. I have been like toying with the idea of doing a ranking video of the 20 acting nominees, but guys, I'm gonna get some shits. Like, I've been delaying that video because I'm like the people I would have in the bottom 5, like, there's going to be some words. Some people will be like, what? You know, I've thought about it. I still plan on doing it. I might do it after the ceremony in March. Those 2 weeks following the ceremony, March 15th, I will do some retrospective, some top tenors. I think that's when I'll do that video. When not so many of you will just come at me, like attack me, like, how could you put her at number 19, Brian? Are you crazy? I'm not ready for that yet. But I guess, spoiler alert for that video, you're going to find out like who I will have in the top 5. And that's Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. He would be my choice to win in Best Supporting Actor. He would get my votes. Even though all 5 of these performances are fantastic, I adore Delroy Lindo. I made a whole video about his nomination. I think that's fantastic. You know, and maybe he could pull a Marcia Gay Harden on Oscars night. I'm still kind of like quietly hoping for that to happen. That would be really cool. Del Toro is also great in One Battle After Another. Jacob Elordi, fantastic in Frankenstein. Stellan Skarsgård might win the Oscar for sentimental value. I will have no problem with that. But which performance blew my mind the most? Which one has really stuck with me? It's Sean Penn. I think that's the best performance in One Battle After Another. It's kind of weird to me that he's like not even being talked about, floated to win anywhere. I know as a person, he's not super well liked in the industry. He's won the Best Actor Oscar twice. So it's like, really? We're going to give him a 3rd? I mean, I get it. But in terms of the quality of the performance, just like what's on the screen, he created a villain character in cinema for the ages. I mean, I was just like, I could not stop thinking about that performance in the days that followed, especially his last scene. Like that last scene, I'm just like, I watched the film again right after Christmas, and I was taken again with his phenomenal performance. So in terms of quality, that's the one I would vote for. He's not going to win. It's probably going to be Skarsgård or Lindo. In an absolute shocker, I would be there for it. But this is not a predictions video. I am telling you what I would vote for, and in Best Supporting Actor, it's not even close, guys. Actually, it's not. My vote in Best Supporting Actor would be Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. Best Supporting Actress is also not a close call for me. There's not someone in second place that's like hovering right there where I have to think about it. I'm like, no, you probably know who I'm going to choose here. I love the horror genre, and Amy Madigan in Weapons. Holy frickin' shits. Did she make an impression? I walked out of that theater like where did that performance come from? She was so great in that film. I mean, I was like, could she get an Oscar nomination for that? It's August, it's a horror film, probably not. I mean, I am bummed that this turned out to be Weapons' only Oscar nomination, and she missed at BAFTA. She's not even in Supporting Actress at BAFTA. So I don't think she can win anymore. I mean, like, maybe there's a small chance. I don't know. But yeah, it's probably going to be Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another. She's perfectly good in that film. Wunmi Musaku is great. And then you have the two sentimental value actresses. I love them both. Like, which one would I choose? I don't know. I guess Lilius. It's not close for me, guys. It's Amy Madigan Weapons in a landslide. If she wins at the 98th Academy Awards, I am going to freak out. Because without the BAFTA nomination, without her movie in any other category, it's like almost impossible, I think. I mean, maybe Madigan wins at SAG, and then like that's around the time of Oscar voting. Maybe something could happen. A miracle, right? It's the flashiest performance here. Maybe that's something. Maybe that gives her the edge. I don't know. But regardless of what happens on March 15th, yeah, she gets my vote 100%. Best Supporting Actress, Amy Madigan, Weapons. Best Actor, I also have a favorite here. If I hadn't have chosen a certain someone as giving like the performance of the year, this is number 2. Timothée Chalamet, Marty Supreme, is my number 2 choice for performance of the year. I've always really liked him, going back to Call Me By Your Name. He's been doing great work the last few years. His performance in Marty Supreme is an all-timer. I mean, he is all over that thing. I mean, maybe there's a few scenes he's not in. It's mostly him. I think he's probably going to win at the Oscars. It makes the most sense, unless he loses at BAFTA and SAG. Then watch out. Like maybe we get a Wagner Moura surprise, or Michael B. Jordan, DiCaprio, I mean, we have to keep our eyes on him. One Battle After Another might take picture and director. Like maybe DiCaprio comes on strong here in these last few weeks before the Oscars. But I don't know, guys. I think we're reading too much into it. I think we're all really bored right now. We're like, maybe DiCaprio, maybe more. Like, I think it's going to be Chalamet. I mean, Marty Supreme is in director, it's in picture. It did very well in Oscar nominations morning. And he just makes the most sense. He would get my votes. I mean, I could vote for one of these other 4, and that would make sense to me. Even Ethan Hawke. I mean, Ethan Hawke's movie is only an actor and original screenplay, but his performance is so monumentally great in that. I loved him. This is a very, very impressive Best Actor category. I feel like most years there's someone who slips into Best Actor, and I'm like, did they have to get in? All 5 of these men deserve this nomination. Jesse Plemons should be here for Begonia. He should be here, but who do you kick out? There's nobody to kick out. They all belong. That's what makes it so frustrating. I can't be too mad about the Jesse Plemons exclusion because it's like, well, who do you remove? It's not clear. These are 5 extraordinary performances, but my favorite in the group is Chalamet. So my vote in Best Actor would be Timothée Chalamet, Marty Supreme. Best Actress, I mean, what can I say? Like, what can I say about Best Actress? 4 of these performances are spectacular, are amazing. And then there's one other person here, who's good. But yeah, when I get to my ranking video of the 20 acting nominees, I think you all know who I'm going to put at number 20. Yeah, I mean, Rose Byrne. I mean, wow, what a performance she gives in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. If Jessie Buckley wasn't here, she would be my choice, like easily. I can't really believe I'm not going with Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. But Jessie Buckley Hamnet, that is my choice for Performance of the Year. She broke my heart when I saw that film at the Toronto Film Festival. I needed like 5 to 10 minutes to regain my composure in the lobby. I mean, her performance just was absolutely stunning in so many respects. You could really feel that performance of Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. There's nothing phony, artificial, manipulative. It's just so lived in. It's such beautiful work. I think she's going to win the Oscar for Best Actress. She better. She better. I'm gonna do a live stream that night. Like, you guys will be able to watch me watch the Oscars as it airs live. And like, if Jessie Buckley doesn't win, like, I might start dropping F-bombs the way I dropped an F-bomb at the end of my PTA in the Elusive Oscar video. Like, I would try to control myself. I don't think I have to worry about it. I think Jessie Buckley is winning a BAFTA, probably at SAG, and then she's going to win the Oscar. She deserves it. Hamnet is such a great film, and she gives the performance of the year. My vote in Best Actress is Jessie Buckley, Hamnet. Best Director, I think you all know who I'm choosing here. Again, like 30 hours of my time to make that Elusive Oscar video about Paul Thomas Anderson. It's an hour long. It's my longest ever video essay like I've ever made on YouTube. That thing, it almost broke me, guys. It was so much work. I was like, toward the end, I'm like, I can't look at this video anymore. Like, I need to be done with it. But it was so important to me. Like, ever since I saw One Battle After Another in September, I said, this is his moment. He's finally going to win. He has to win for this movie. And so I was going to make his Elusive Oscar video in December, and I recognized I don't have the time to do it right now. So I picked the end of January. I said, I have about a week here. There's a lot of reaction videos I'm making, a lot of ceremonies. Like, I can make it now. And I did. And it was a lot of work. I'm very proud of that video. Like, he better frickin' win, right? Like, on March 15th, that night, I want to change my title of that video from Why He's Never Won to Why He Won. I mean, we all know, even if somehow PTA missed in director for Ryan Coogler, PTA is still winning adapted screenplay, so I'm not worried about it. He's going to finally win an Oscar no matter what, right? He better. Because, like, I will go berserk. Like, he somehow, like, were to lose, I'd be like, come on, guys. 14 Oscar nominations right now without a win. I can't wait to see it. I do think he's going to take Best Director. He won at DGA. It'll be so well deserved, a long time coming. My vote in Best Director is Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another. And Best Picture, there's so many wonderful nominees here. There's not a single film nominated for Best Picture this year I didn't like. Like, my lowest scores would be F1 Frankenstein. I gave a 7 out of 10. Everything else got an 8 or a 9 or a 10. My top 3 choices of the year are here, which is fantastic, right? My number 3 of 2025 is Marty Supreme. That is here in Best Picture. Hamnet is my number 2. Fantastic. But my number 1 film of the year is One Battle After Another. And so, if I'm going to give it all of my votes in a variety of categories, including director, adapted screenplay, film editing, cinematography, best supporting actor, of course, like, I'm going to give it this top prize, right? There is no mystery. I love most of these films. Such a wonderful category this year, Best Picture. But yeah, obviously, my vote in Best Picture would go to my favorite film of 2025, One Battle After Another. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and let me know in the comments below if you were an Academy member, what would get your votes at the 98th Academy Awards. I will see you next time at the Awards Contender.